Welcome back to Sports, everyone. I'm Jeff Friedman. The first weekend of Big Sky Conference basketball is in the books, which means these things are going to be very slippery. For the first time ever, a Montana team is being represented. The Minnesota Vikings and Adrian Peterson right on that field. But for now, this is Bobcat country. Welcome back to another episode of Learn Some Football from the Sports Arena this time. Big Sky is one of a handful of resorts in the country that offers zip lining during the winter. Coach Rob Ash confirmed with me this afternoon that defensive end Brad Smith, the sophomore from Belgrade, will be out of this game. Levi said today, you can't necessarily win the race in stage 5.
Right.
You can definitely lose it. So you got to be on your game, and they did that today. They maintained their 2.5-minute lead. As the summer season comes into full swing here in southwest Montana, sportsmen are primed to take full advantage of the outdoors. And there is now a new option in the Gallatin Valley with a unique twist for those looking to hone their shooting skills or maybe just to acquire them altogether. Oh. Doc Bradford has one heck of a backyard.
There you go.
This expresses me. I want this to be super friendly. I want people to have a good time. That's the whole function of this thing.
There you go. It's like a video game, but it's real life.
A former member of the national shooting team and an American archery champion, the 75-year-old Bradford and his assistant, Brandon Weir, have transformed the land behind Doc's Bozeman home into a premier sporting clay shooting destination.
You start out with one machine and one stand, and then you shoot that and you say, you know, if I had 2 machines, I could have 2 stands. And pretty soon, you know, it's like, you know, like watermelons in a truck. You know, you keep getting a bigger truck.
It's a wonderful setting with all these trees and gives you the opportunity to set up a lot of interesting targets.
Previously just the Rising Spirits Shooting School, Bradford has opened his course to membership, which includes league play.
Well, it's like having the best foursome you could ever have in golf. I just think that it's just made people a lot more friendly.
You know, we get a league out here of 5 guys that have never met each other before, and when they get done with a round, they're all good friends.
Both Bradford and Weir are certified instructors and course setters.
As you're pulled up like this, you should see that clay pigeon just floating right there, okay?
And they say imparting their passion to others is the best part of the whole thing.
You know, you see them accomplish the things that they're looking to do, and, you know, you see them just light up, and they love it, and I love seeing people do that.
Cool. Now, a perfect score on one of the compressed ranges in Bradford's backyard is 25 out of 25. Nobody has ever gotten through without missing a shot. What's up? Happy Friday, everyone. Time for sports. I'm Jeff Friedman. It was a big night at the Fieldhouse for Bobcat basketball. Not 1, but 2 home games and a doubleheader. The men opened up conference play against one of the Big Sky frontrunners this year, undefeated Northern Colorado. The second year in a row, league play starts early for Marquise Navarre and the Cats. Early on, Eric Rush would feed the ball to Keese, and he knocks down the 3. A career high in points tonight for the senior point guard. He led the team with 22, and then Will Bynum in transition splits the D and goes right at his man off the glass for 2. MSU up by 1. Navarre had a big night. How about this play? The no-look dish to Great Falls native Bobby Howard, who lays it in for 2. Fantastic feed, Cats by 3. And then Eric Rush going off the dribble, up and under. A solid performance from MSU tonight. They give UNC their first loss of the year and start Big Sky play with a huge win. In the Montana boxing world, one fighter from Bozeman has jumped to the forefront of competition in just a short amount of time. And she, yes, she, is doing it against the odds. In a sport dominated by men, Amy Sowers is jabbing, crossing, and slipping her way past the typical underdog role.
I now understand why there's very few women that do it, because you train so hard for so long, and then you get 1 or 2 fights, and it's really hard to stay like mentally ready.
Despite the potential setbacks, Amy's coach says she doesn't let it affect her work ethic or desire.
Amy is probably the most dedicated of anybody that I've ever trained in boxing, period, bar none.
Amy has been boxing for just over 2 years now, and her rise from local amateur to national prominence has been quite remarkable.
I can't get upset about losing to somebody who's, been doing it their whole life.
Currently the state and regional champion, Amy travels great distances for almost all of her fights because there is no one locally that can compete with her.
I would like to have the crowd rooting for me for once.
In the red corner, hailing from Bozeman, Montana,
Smoke them. Smoke her, man. You can do this. There you go. Bam, bam, boom. Okay, 6-3-2. 1-1-2 on the outside.
There you go. There you go.
Now both trainer and fighter have their sights set on doing Montana proud on the national scene in the near future.
There's no limit for her. I want her to be the women's Golden Gloves champion of the United States.
I want to move up in my ranking and be at least in the top 3. 1. I want to be 1.
And Amy has done just that. She recently moved up to the number 3 ranking in the light bantamweight 114-pound weight class, and that is for the entire country.